Okay, hi guys, what's up? I am out at in West Virginia in the mountains, and it's very rocky and forested and stuff, and I'm here with my brother Steven. Hello. And it's kind of chilly here, and there was a lot of snow, and it was very surprising that it actually snowed up here because we have not gotten any snow where we are, and that was pretty surprising. Other than that, how are you all doing? It is the 28th of Saturday, and I'm kind of tired because I do not like 5-hour road trips. They're not enjoyable, especially when you have to do calculus work in the car. To not make them any more enjoyable. So I don't have much to say because I want to get back to blazing trails. But one question of the day is, what is the most annoying thing that you've ever done, and why is it the most annoying? For me, obviously, at this point, most annoying thing I've ever done, I don't know about that, but for today, it's been doing my calc work while in the car when I'd rather be playing Warcraft 3 on my laptop. But regardless of that, I will see you guys later. May or may not film tomorrow. Probably not. I don't know. Alright, one more thing I wanted to say. I'm recording this actually on a trying to rave. I'll bleep out your name.
Thank you.
And I forgot to mention this. We were at Costco today, and they had these Ultra HD things. I'm like, oh, I have to get it. But then I realized, wait a second, this is the camera I used to take pictures with, and this takes pretty good quality. That's what I'm taking it on now. I think it's in 640 by 280, and I render it as 1280 by 720 in Sony Vegas, and it works really well. So tell me what you think. You can't get everything because the audio is not as good, but anyways, I want to put that in there. I realized I don't need to have every gadget that comes along, so. Oh my god, he broke his leg! No, not really. But, yeah, so anyways, one more thing I forgot to say, I was thinking about it, is the healthcare. I know not all of you may be from the US, I don't know, but if you are, or even if you aren't, you should kind of follow it, because it's pretty interesting and important. I was just, recently heard a news story. I know it, passed in the House of Representatives, and now it has to go, basically it has to go to the Senate. They have to figure out their own version of the bill, which they've kind of been doing, and then once they figure that, they'll finalize that, and then they try and have a dual House committee, in which they'll try and figure out what parts will work. It's a conference committee. Yeah, let him talk about it. He knows everything. No, anyways, so that's the basics of it. I'm trying to give him the basics, okay? Okay. And so basically I was talking with somebody about it, and one of the parts of the bill says that if you don't get health care within, like, how long is it, like 2 years, something? I don't know, 3 years, you will be sent to prison. And he just went crazy on me, and he's like, no, that's not true. And I said, why not? That's what I heard. That's what the Washington Post said. It's like a pretty prominent newspaper in the Washington, D.C. area. And he's like, no, they changed it before they passed it. And I said, oh, well, if that's true, what does that show about the nature of the bill? If the bill's that unsteady, it's something that we really want to explore further. And I just feel that, like, that's not something you want to be doing. If something like that changes that often for something so important in society, I don't think that's a very good plan. What do you think, scholar?
Scholar?
Yes.
I'm not a scholar.
Yes, you are.
No, I'm not very comfortable with the idea of someone else telling me how to run my life, because that's what happens with medical insurance companies today. That's what would happen if the government were to take over the healthcare industry. I'm not very comfortable with people telling me what is and is not healthy, because under the bill, if they're insuring me, then they would technically have a say in what kind of foods I eat, what kind of automobiles I drive, what I do in my everyday life, whether or not I can smoke. I'm just not comfortable with that kind of non-privatization.
Yes, now that he's finished. Basically, I know a lot of you are, especially if you're non-US, you probably have some form of this healthcare, and it may be good for your country, and it may work somewhat, but you also have to consider, not every country is the same. Not every country has the same type of people or the same type of government or the same type of culture. And I understand, you know, it's Canada, I've heard, and what is it, Sweden or something? I don't know. They have a similar system, and they're like, oh yeah, it's great, it works awesome. But you have to consider, you can't apply the same theory to every single instance, because that would ultimately fail. But what was the other point you made?
I don't remember.
Well, yeah, I know. A lot of the points, like them controlling your life and stuff, I know, you know, some of you may be crazy going against it, but then once again, that shows the ridiculous amount of change that's in this bill. It just changes all the time, because that was in the bill at one point, then it changed, and then they edited that out, so when people try to argue with those points, they can laugh at them and say that they're idiots, whatever they're really not, because it's such a long bill, you can't possibly read it all. But, I don't know, whatever. This went too long, much longer than I thought, but just forgot about that. That's what I had been thinking about, and I wanted to put that in at the end. And don't forget to comment below, or video response or whatever. And thank you very much for watching this, and share it with your friends or subscribe or whatnot. Anyways.